hop right in. So why don't you tell everyone, I told them already that you're my business coach and mentor and all that fun stuff, but why don't you give them your synopsis?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I am Jenna Carelli, and what I help you do is get away from sending emails yourself, get away from following up and doing the back end processes in your business that really leave you from going and chasing your dreams. They're holding you back. It's a weight that's lifted on your shoulder. So what we do is we come in, and I'm titling myself the forensic automation specialist, which sounds so fancy, right? But we come in and we audit your business as it currently stands. And I think the first objection that you're probably thinking is, well, my business is brand new, or my business is X, Y, or Z, and it doesn't need an audit. You would be completely surprised. Because even if you've been using Instagram as a personal platform for the last 5 years, even if you use Gmail to connect with your friends and family, that's the type of auditing that we can do for somebody who's just starting out in their business, and use that as market research to become successful in whatever area, whatever industry it is that we're looking to grow. So when I say a business audit, it's really auditing all social media channels, business related or non-business related. It's also auditing you. And auditing, the word audit could be a fancy term, but it's what do you love to do? It's finding out what lights you up, what is your zone of genius, zone of excellence, and how do you want to help this world? Even charities. Are you associated with any charities? Can we use those charity associations to help you grow your business, or as a lead in to land a speaking engagement, or as a tool to grow some other aspect of your business? So what we do is analyze that with you on a one-on-one basis. And then we give you a complete layout of what we project that you need to do now in order to implement moving forward. And we allow you to take that and go implement yourself, or we'll do the implementation process with you and we'll be there for you every step of the way.
I actually did this audit and blueprint, right? And I was one of those ones, and I was like, eh. And then I was so glad I did it, because
most people are.
Yeah. And that's usually the case, right? When you do things that you're like skeptical about at first, it ends up paying off.
So I was just talking to somebody earlier this week about this exact thing. 100%. I can say 100% because I spoke to somebody else this week and she made it 100%. 100% of the people who go through that business growth course with me on a one-on-one level, they're all skeptical about it, and they all want to push it away. Like, no, I don't need this in my business right now. I'm not ready right now. And then they come back to me after the 30 days with us. They come back maybe a month, 2 months. Sometimes it takes some people longer. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm totally ready. And now I understand why you taught me what you taught me way back then. I'm implementing it in my business now, and I'm seeing so much growth. I'm seeing visibility, and like all these opportunities have opened doors for me. I had a client tell me that she's spoke to the governor and she got on all these television shows, and it's all because of the work that we did together that she was once skeptical about. So it's also stepping outside of your own little bubble and being open to recognize that there are other opportunities out there for you. And when you work with the right coach, Sarah for fitness, me for business, when you work with the right coach who truly cares, we don't have a one-size-fits-all plan. We're catering our plan and customizing it to your needs at this moment in the season of life that you're currently in.
Exactly. So if you're just hopping on, say hey. So the title says, right, like how to make more money without changing what you're currently doing. So the gist of it is adding systems and automations in place, and that's what Jenna's zone of genius is she can go in and see where those systems and automations can come into play. So can you talk a little bit about like what kind of systems that you coach to, or that you suggest?
Yeah, again, systems, automation, like what does that mean, right? We have no idea.
Exactly.
Like, are these tools that you're going to make me purchase online, and I have to pay to work with you, and then I have to pay to buy these tools? No. If you are at that level where you're ready to pay for a software or a tool that's going to make your life better, and if you're making 100K and it's going to help you make 500K, Absolutely freaking yes, I'm going to recommend those systems and those tools that you have to pay for, because we see we see clients doubling, tripling their income. But what it comes back to is your audience size. How many people are you currently exposed to? And we determine through that audit where you move forward. So let's bring it all the way back to somebody who maybe has even, let's say, 4,000 followers across all social media channels. So let's talk Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, email marketing software. If you have 4,000 followers or less combined, then I don't think you necessarily need to be paying high-end softwares and tools to implement in your business in order to have systems and automation. What you can do, let's use email marketing for an example. If you don't have an email marketing software currently in place, you still need to collect leads. You still need to go to networking events, virtual or in person, and you need names and you need email addresses. A lot of industries still collect telephone numbers, and there are ways to utilize your contact information in your telephone in order to grow your business as well through partnerships, collaborations, etc. So if you don't have an email marketing software, you can use Gmail. If you use Gmail, there's this little thing in Gmail called settings, and you can go up to the settings icon. It's like a little wheel, and I think it's called advanced. So you go to settings and then you go to advanced, and then you can toggle on scripts. I think it's called scripts or templates. Anytime you send an email, business related or related to your product or your service that you're selling, that's a template. That's a script. Too many people are writing an email and then they're getting another lead and writing the same email. And this is a manual upkeep that they have to do that could take them hours upon hours. If you go to a networking event or a live event and you meet 100 people and you collect 100 business cards, how many people are you actually following up with, if any?
Right.
Maybe 5.
Right.
Maybe 5, because of the time that it takes you to put in to send that email. So at the very simplistic level, you can create a template, a scripted email that you just copy and paste. And now it takes you 30 seconds and you can customize it to the person, as opposed to taking you an hour to respond to 100 leads.
Right.
Another example, Google Drive. If you have access to Google Drive, or if you have access to the notes section on your cell phone, you can script there, you can template there, and this is your system. So I'm not telling you to buy systems necessarily. I'm telling you that you need a system for you. And that's what you sell. You sell your system. If you're a consultant, I have a system, and here's the benefit. We speak to the benefits, the outcomes that our clients get after they take our system. The system is the process that they're going to go through, and they don't care about it. They care about the outcome. What's going to happen after they implement your system? The system is what's this mysterious thing that they're intrigued about, and that's why they contact you, right? That's the attraction marketing side of it. So that's one example. Did anything come up for you in terms of another system or tool that I could give an example about? Or anybody, leave a comment. Go for it.
Yeah, drop a comment. I see a couple people are on here watching. If you guys have systems that you use, drop a comment.
Hi, Jessica.
One that I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I can't even see the comments. So.
I just tapped the screen and now I can see comments. So.
Okay, good. I have to turn mine on. One system that I have been loving. It simplifies my life so much. Acuity scheduling.
Oh yeah, calendar system.
Because how much time do we spend when someone's like, hey, can I hop on the phone with you? Can I have coffee with you? Can I talk to you about this? Can I do this? And you're going back and forth. Okay, well, I have Monday at 12. Oh, well, that doesn't work. Do you have Monday at 1? No, I have Tuesday at 2.
Stop doing that.
It's like you want to pull your hair out. And I have to do that sometimes with my in-person clients because I'm right in front of them. And we go back and forth for minutes about this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Here's my link. Here's my availability. You pick what you want. You pick what you want. You plug in your information. It'll just show up on my calendar. Right?
And here's a trick. Here's a tip, a trick, a takeaway from that. When you think of a calendar system, what's the first thing that we think of? We think we need an appointment for people to book with us. And maybe we're just starting out in business and we don't have an appointment yet, right? You can create multiple appointment types and you can create multiple availability types. So I use my calendar system for business and for personal. If I have self-care self-care/exercise as an appointment type.
Heck
Every
yeah.
single day from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m.
You
That's
need
my
that.
self-care/exercise, and I block it off my calendar so nobody can bother me. I also have, for example, our Facebook Live interview. This was scheduled via Acuity scheduling, via a calendar system. So anytime you schedule a social media collaboration or a partnership with people, an in-person coffee date, I have people who can schedule in-person dates with me, virtual dates with me. That just helps you to organize your life, which in turn helps you to become more successful. Those who are the most successful are the most organized in their life. And trust me, you can be successful without being organized. I'm currently working with a multi-million-dollar account, and there's zero organization and zero systems and zero tools.
Yeah.
But guess what will happen when we implement those? Double, triple her income.
Right.
So think about that for yourself at whatever level you're at. This works. If you're just starting out, you're probably in the best case scenario for yourself because you have a clean slate that we can take and just make it like send it on that rocket ship, and you're going along with it because you're going to ride that momentum wave.
And Acuity scheduling, side note, does have a free option. I do the paid option because I like the reminder emails, and I like to be able to sync to my 5 million other calendars that I decided to have. And then Jessica said, I asked them 3 questions about what they want to talk about on our call so that we have focus. That's a huge part of Acuity scheduling too. You have someone who wants to talk to you about your business, and you can send them a link and show them your availability. That's the number one benefit to it. But the second benefit is ask them some questions. Figure out why it is they want to, spend 30 minutes, 60 minutes with you. What's their overall goal? Are they truly a potential client? Or, you know what I mean? If they have no goal of the call, why are they hopping on the call with you?
Qualify. Right? So qualify them.
Yeah.
But Acuity Scheduler, and there are other calendar systems out there. We just love Acuity.
Yeah.
So thumbs up for Acuity, guys. Give us some likes.
Yes.
But it allows you to attach a form to your scheduling link. So in order to schedule a call with you, you can require them to answer some questions. Now think about qualifying target clients. You don't have to get on the phone with them. Set those boundaries. If they're not ready to get on the phone with you, and you can qualify them or not qualify them using a form, you can send them, downsell them, so to say, into a course, or send them into your Facebook group or wherever your community hub is. You can redirect them and say, now is not the time, or you can block off your schedule on that day and say, I'm not available. Like, you can be fake available if you want to.
Right.
But it's really important also to think about the quality of your call. So when you do get on the phone call with somebody, how efficient is that phone call? If you don't know anything about them, what's the first 10 to 15 to 20 minutes sometimes that you spend on the phone with somebody because you've never researched them, you don't know anything about them? That's a waste of your time, and it's a waste of the potential client's time, the person on the other end of the call. So to qualify them and to have them answer very specific questions before getting on the phone with you, you can now go do your research. We all want to research each other, Google each other, and see see what we're all about, what we're getting into on the phone. You're able to do that, and then you can come to your discovery call or your coffee chat prepared.
Yeah, and I love that about Acuity, right? Like right there, just by having a free scheduling system, right? You don't have to pay for it. You can already save yourself 20 minutes per call. So times that by 3 calls a week, you're saving yourself an hour of time that you could be spending on self-care or making money, right? Yeah. So 2 things, if you guys are just hopping on, to recap, Jenna has already talked about how to simplify following up with leads, getting leads, right? Through email templates and scripts on something as easy as Gmail. Making sure you're having
how many times, just to note, how many times have you gone to a networking event or a live event that you attended? You met so many people at that live event. How many times did somebody follow up with you and say, it was so nice meeting with you at the live event, at XYZ live event, insert the event so they can put an association to it, and started a conversation with you?
Right. Not many.
Probably, yeah.
And honestly, I have to say, I probably wouldn't be that good at it. Like, I probably wouldn't have had my mind there if it wasn't for you. I remember, what event did you go to? I think it was your, when you went to San Diego with Angie Lee.
Yeah.
You did like an Instagram story about like following up, and I was like, wow, that's such a good idea, as if it's like this, like, phenomenon of like following up with people, right?
It is. It's crazy simple, but it's like so mind blowing when people are like, what? I create a relationship and then I continue the relationship like
you don't
forever.
think about it. Yeah. You're like, oh, I should shoot that person an email. Like, what a brilliant idea.
It's our age, right? Like the frustration, the pain point is the same whether you grew up in the digital age or whether you didn't. It's the same frustration and pain point. We are looking for more time in our day. We're looking for more time to spend on ourselves and with our family. And some of us are looking to be able to give back to charity or start a charity foundation of our own. So we need money to do that. Those are the pain points and frustrations, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
If you grew up in the digital age, you're spending way too much time online. And when you go to offline events, you're like, oh my God, these are real humans. I don't know how to interact with them,
What do
right?
I do?
What do I do? Do I follow up with them? Do I talk? Do I build a relationship? Who am I? I don't even know who I am, right?
Do I DM
and then
them?
on the and then on the other end, like those who didn't grow up in the digital age, they've grown their business because they're so good at building relationships. They are relationship builders. They text about 400 people a day and they follow up over and they spend so much time working and they still have the same frustrations because they're not well versed with the digital age and they don't have systems and automation. So let's merge the two together. Let's focus on relationship building, Jessica, human beings. Let's focus on relationship building first because we're all craving community. How many times has somebody requested on social media or Facebook for a biz bestie? Hey, I'm not hiring employees anymore. I'm hiring a biz bestie, right?
I just want friends.
We want human connection. So build that relationship.
For sure. How about like a good system of following up with people? So you've already sent them, like, they say, hey, can I get more information on this product or that service? You've already sent them a template that you have saved in your email. Do you have a system for following up with people over time?
Yeah, so I absolutely love, again, relationship building. And I truly believe that the longer you have a relationships with somebody, the longer and more involved your collaboration or partnerships or client relationships will be with that person and their audience. So building relationships not only helps you grow your business, but it taps you into their audience. If they're talking with somebody else about what it is that you do and you've reminded them about what you're passionate about and what you do, they will refer you. And I can tell you about 95% of the income in my business comes from referrals. I've always built a referral-based business. That's just who I am. I love building relationships. So I suggest, and I think this is going to be the least stressful way for me to tell you to create an email automation,
which is not not low stress.
No, it's really, really simple if you just ask for help, right?
This is why you need Jenna, because funnels suck.
They really don't. They're like the BFF. And Nate's like, yes, referrals. He understands.
Nate knows.
So forget the product that you sell, forget the service that you offer, because we can get lost in like, what's my service that I offer and how do I promote it and how do I pitch it? We can get lost with that, okay? So let that just kind of simmer, all right? Your product, your service, we don't care about it. We're building relationships. So if somebody is interested in your business, if somebody's interested in your product or your service, you send them your one sheet that basically outlines what it is. You then enter them into, it can be a relationship building automation. Let's call it relationship building, where you're simply checking in with them. And I've seen people build this out over a year. And it's just email one says, here's a book that I recommend. And I always recommend Darren Hardy's The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster. So if anybody is interested, that's a great book. It's the very first book that I read to kick off my own journey as being an entrepreneur. And it explained very well the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur. So I knew what to expect. I'll recommend a book. Maybe you tell the system, this is system, guys. You say, email one, send that out immediately. Then you tell it to wait 10 days. And then you say, send email two. So after 10 days, email two will go out and you can say, hey, I'm just checking in. Like, I hope life is going swell, whatever, however you jog. Like, I just want to let you know that I'm here for you if you have any questions. And you continue this. You can wait 10 more days and then say, hey, did you know I have a Facebook community? Here's the link if you ever want to engage or ask a question. I'm here for you. And there's 1,000 other people in there that are dying to hear about you and your business and what you do. This is called a relationship building automation. It requires no stress, right? Because you're simply thinking about a conversation you would have with a person in person if they were sitting on your couch.
Right.
And you're sending them a series of emails. And think about how highly you would be looked up to by somebody who's getting spammed with sales emails on a daily basis in their inbox. Every single day, it's just click, delete, click, delete, click, delete, right? Promotions, sales, spam. And then every 10 days or so, they get an email from you that is like, here's a book recommendation.
Yeah, right.
Something that's or not selling. I'm really excited to hear more about you. How was your week?
Right.
Like, just that's the simplest way that I can put it. And something like that can go a really long way. You can start adding in offers, like very subtle offers in your email, maybe on the PS line, or you can invite them to an affiliate dashboard, or you don't even need a dashboard. Just say, hey, like, if you know anybody, we've been chatting for a while here. If you know anybody who might benefit from a 15-minute conversation with me, please, here's the link. I would love to talk to them. And there's no obligation. It's just a relationship building call to see how we can work together. That also goes a really long way.
Right.
So these little simple tricks don't cost you money, but will make you a lot of money.
And I think what you just said about this automation, right, is something that if you're watching this right now, you can literally hop off of this live when we're done in a couple of minutes and do it, set it up today, right? In a couple minutes, when I said it's stressful for me, I just hate technology sometimes. This is when you hire someone like Jenna to do the funnels for you, because it makes it less stressful. But it's not complicated. Right? It's just not my zone of genius. But
and you shouldn't be doing things that aren't in your zone of genius, because that's also holding money on the table.
Right. So that's when you have to step back. You can't do all the things. Like you just cannot. You can try, and it'll probably take forever, and it's going to make you cry. But this is something you can do today, is implement this automation. So Jenna has created this mastermind here on Facebook where she does very specific trainings on how to set up funnels, how to set up email marketing, and what are some of the other ones? I'm drawing a blank.
So just specific templates and scripts, mostly. Those are the most important pieces, because I've been doing this for 2.5 years now, and I've worked with hundreds of clients. So you can imagine how many scripts I have, like successful scripts that have worked on clients that we then analyze and test and just make sure that they're still successful over time. I have them. They're all in a database, and I share them with my clients, because why wouldn't I? I mean, I want you to be successful. And if I've already figured out what works, then I'm obviously going to share that with those of you in my audience and make it simpler for you.
Right. So that's like the major reason why I'm in the mastermind, right, is to simplify my life. But this is the whole reason of this live, is implementing automations and systems to make more money without actually changing what you're doing. So if you want to come,
you don't need new clients.
No.
That is a key. Thank you for bringing that up, because the whole follow-up, the whole relationship building, you've got an audience already. You do not need to chase new lead acquisition, right? Everybody who comes to me is like, I just need more followers on Instagram, or I just need more clients coming into my email marketing system, new subscribers, and they're just chasing new people. I always use the analogy, you invite 5 people over to dinner, and they're sitting at the dinner table waiting to be fed, and you run out the front door to go knock on all your neighbors' doors because 5 people is not enough for you and you want more. That's what you're doing to the people who are currently in your audience, right? That's what you're doing. You're running away from them, and they care about you. They trust you already. They're eating dinner with you. Like, why would you run away? You're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. So it's really important. And then the other piece is, I've been fortunate enough to make a lot of great connections and partnerships. And so I have a lot of speaking opportunities, podcast interviews, media sponsorship, relationship building type of opportunities that I am receiving. And I give those to the people who are part of this mastermind first. So if I only have 5 slots to fill, the masterminders get first dibs on them before I share with the rest of my audience. And that's because I'm teaching you guys how to handle that type of an audience or follow-up, so I know that you're going to make the most out of that media sponsorship. So I want you to get the role.
Right. I love that. Anything else that you think we need to put out there into the universe? I think that was really good.
I don't know. I just want you guys to know that you're worth it, and you need to respect yourselves as well throughout this process. I just got off another 15-minute chat with a guy who was saying, first things out of his mouth was, you know, my audience is not a buying audience, or these limiting beliefs are coming out first. Listen, when you meet somebody for the first time, or when you walk into a room that you haven't been into in a while, whatever the limiting beliefs are that you have, whatever the garbage that you've told yourself or whatever society's told you in the past, leave it at the door.
Yeah.
Right? Don't bring that moving forward. If you have never signed a client, the audience that you're selling to does not need to know that.
Right.
You're speaking about you yourself right now in this moment, on this day, and moving forward, what is your goal? If you've never signed a client, what are you excited to do with the money that you make? Speak about that excitement. Speak about the benefits that the clients that you do sign are going to receive.
Right.
Don't get hung up with not starting a business because you still haven't gotten a client. You are starting a business because you've been through some transformation and you've created some system on yourself. You're your own case study. Use it.
Yeah, for sure.
So be confident and understand that you deserve the respect as well. And when you walk into that room with confidence, understand your self-worth and your value, you're going to hit it off and people are going to fall in love with you.
Yeah, for sure. And you have to attend live events to find this out, right? You got to connect with people in person.
Sometimes. Yeah. Hey, if that's what makes you uncomfortable, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
If going live on Facebook, if you're watching this right now or you're watching the replay and you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't do what they're doing. They're live on Facebook. People are hopping on. People are commenting. If that's what scares you the most right now,
do it.
That's what you need to do. And that's it. You don't have to go to a live event. That's where you start. Just go live on Facebook and test it out.
You need to, I feel like you need to talk. Like pictures of yourself or like things that you type are great, but you need to get like on, people need to see you talking and like get a feel for your personality. So like live is a perfect way to do that without ever leaving your house, right? Attending events or even just like talking to friends and family out in the world. Like that's how people get to know your personality, I think, over just seeing black and white type text, because we all type text.
Yeah, and they're not buying into your product at all. Too many people,
they buy into you.
My product's not good enough. My course is not good enough. My service is not good enough. I'm like, they don't care. Nobody cares. They care about you and your passion.
Right.
And they care about what the benefit of it is.
Exactly.
They don't care what you give them to take them through that process. They want the outcome and they want you and your support.
Exactly. So if this resonated with you, come join us in Jenna's mastermind. I'm going to drop a link in the comments or the description, maybe both. And then where can they find you? Instagram, Facebook, email?
Jenna360.com is where you can go to connect with all of my social media platforms. So whichever one's your favorite, pick that one.
Sweet. Jenna Carelli, Carrelli.
It's just my first name. So let me just, I'll type it in right now.
Okay.
Well, I think they both work, but Carelli is like, how do I spell Carelli? So there. Now you guys get good.
That's what I was like, let me spell this out for them so that they get the last name right.
There you go. Jenna360.com. And you can even book a call with me there if you want to. Completely free.
Perfect.
I care.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for hopping on. This was great.
Yay. And we figured out the whole technology thing. So
yeah, thank God, because this echo would have been horrible.
All right. I'll see ya.
Bye, Jenna.